First start with our beloved national anthem.
Office of the First Lady, the Director of Health Services, staff of Bundung Mata and Child Hospital, volunteers, clients, all protocols duly and respectfully observed. I take this opportunity to formally welcome you to Bundung Mata and Child Hospital. As mentioned earlier, this is the second time in a row that we are hosting this important event. We are hosting this mainly because our focus is on maternal and child health, and I think we are best fitted to host it. To that, we are very grateful that we are thought of to host this. I use this opportunity to thank the clients who have come all the way to attend this free screening for breast and cervical cancer. Thank you very much.
So now we would have a statement from one of our major sponsors who has always been with us for the past events. So a representative from Q Group, Mrs. C.
Her Excellency, the First Lady, Madam Fatoumata Barbaro, the Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmadou Samate, the Honorable Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, Madam Fatou Kinte, the Chairman of C3G, Dr. Abubakar Jah, WHO representative in the Gambia, Dr. Desta Chirunu, CEO of Bundung Maternal Hospital, the staff present, all other dignitaries observed. But most importantly, we would like to welcome all the women that have shown up today to get screened. Bravo to you all. I am here representing the Executive Director of the Q Group Foundation, Mrs. Aissatou Jah, who could not be here today, but she's here in spirit. It is my great pleasure to be here with you all at the C3G's annual Pink October Breast and Cervical Screening event, an initiative which we proudly associate with as Sunubos. The Q Group Foundation, which is the philanthropic arm of the Q Group of companies, has been in partnership with C3G since inception because we know the importance of joining hands to increase cancer awareness. This is not the first time that we've collaborated with the Ministry of Health, because dating back to 2016, we signed an MOU with the ministry, and in partnership with them, we've been able to partner in throughout the country, provision of protection gear during COVID-19 pandemic, and most recently support to the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital to host an international scientific surgical conference that brought together many renowned surgeons around the region to share best practices and experiences. This year, we handsomely donated $300,000 towards C3G's Pink October initiative, which goes towards the free screening offered to all the women sitting here today. And we hope that our intervention in the health sector will continue. We're all aware of the severity of cancer and the global havoc it continues to cause worldwide. According to a WHO report, in 2020, there were 2.3 million women diagnosed with breast cancer and 685 deaths worldwide. Let's not forget that men are not prone to getting cancer, but the numbers are much less. The Q Group Foundation pledges to continue to encourage and support initiatives that are working towards improving our health sector, and in this case, cancer awareness, which with early detection can save lives. Advocacy, funding, research, and better health facilities are some of the key elements in the fight against cancer. And therefore, we encourage you all to continue on the great path that you're on. To those diagnosed with cancer, do not lose hope. Cancer is nothing to be ashamed of. With early detection and treatment, you can overcome the battle. I would also like to take a moment to recognize all the survivors who've worked so hard to fight this disease. To those that have lost the battle to cancer, we pray that you continue to rest in peace and be no longer in pain. Thank you all for having me here today. Together, let us all continue to fight towards cancer awareness. As the saying goes, one team, one dream, let's find a cure. Thank you.
Permission, let me stand on existing protocol. As we join the global movement in these celebrations, on behalf of the National Health Insurance Authority, I would like to express a profound sense of hope, pride, and solidarity. Today, we honor the survivors, remember those we have lost, and mobilize ourselves in the fight against this devastating disease. Pink October symbolizes the strength, resilience, and determination of individuals and organizations coming together to raise awareness and support to those affected by breast cancer. It is essential to recognize that breast cancer does not only impact the physical well-being of individuals, but also poses financial challenges for many. We must ensure, therefore, that access to quality healthcare is available to everyone, regardless of their financial circumstances. The National Health Insurance Authority plays a pivotal role in this regard, implementing policies and programs that prioritize breast cancer screening, diagnosis, and treatment. The achievement of universal health coverage is a crucial step in ensuring that no one is left behind in the fight against breast cancer. Through initiatives such as the C3G, we can empower women with the knowledge and resources necessary to detect breast cancer in its early stages, greatly increasing the chances of successful treatment and survival. Let us embrace our responsibility to support breast cancer awareness, not only during the month of October, but throughout the year. Together, we can make a difference by spreading knowledge, encouraging early detection, and advocating for better resources. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to the lives of countless women affected by breast cancer. I thank you all.
And now we would have a statement from the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, Honorable Fatou Kinte.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The First Lady, Dr. Fatimata Barrow, the mother of the nation, Dr. Samate, my colleague, friend and brother of Cabinet, Minister of Health, Honorable Yame, National Assembly member for Bundo, a brother in the National Assembly, Dr. Mamadi Cham, CEO of the Bundo Maternity and Child Hospital, a very good brother and friend for that matter. Dr. Ja of C3G, and thank you for being here and for all the support. The representative of the Q Group, Madam Cisse, Laila, the proprietor of Malak. I feel very honored to be here today and to deliver a statement. Today, the Gambia is joining the rest of the world to observe breast cancer, cervical cancer awareness, screening, and sensitization. As we join the rest of the world, let's remember that Gambia is also very highly affected by cervical cancer and breast cancer. But then we are lucky to have facilities like this one in the Gambia, which are fully equipped to do the screening and also the treatment at the early stage. Today we can see a lot of women in this facility. A clear indication is that women are now becoming aware of their health issues. But let us stop only at coming to this facility and get screened. We should make sure that cancer awareness becomes a household word in the Gambia. Let's make sure that we talk about it. Although, yes, I can agree, we are all guilty of only doing a screening and a test when we feel sick. But then I feel we shouldn't wait until we feel sick and come for a test or a screening. It should be in our calendar. We should have a calendar during which we make sure that in a particular time of the year, we go to a facility and do a test and a screening. When you do a screening and you find positive at the early stage, there is cure here in the Gambia. The First Ladies Foundation has trained quite a good number of doctors and nurses who can take care of patients who are suffering from cancer and they can be treated. I want to thank her very much for the initiative of making sure that we have our doctors and nurses trained. Last year, during this day, we launched the 4th program in the Gambia, and that was also brought to the Gambia through her effort. That shows that she's also very much concerned about the health of everybody in this country. As we leave this facility today, let's make sure that we continue with the sensitization and awareness creation. Today is 14th of October, but let's make sure that every day is awareness creation on cancer. When we do that, more and more people will be aware and will take the right course of action. At the Ministry of Gender, we are concerned about women and children. And our lady councillors, who are the grassroots working with our staff, get sensitized most of the time. Next month, we are having a meeting of women councillors, and we'll make sure that cancer awareness screening and testing is part of the agenda. So we further create awareness so that when they go back to their communities, they can continue with the sensitization. I agree with the lady from the Q group. If we all talk about it, eventually, the word will spread, and everybody will know about it and know where to go for the screening. On that note, I want to thank you very much for coming and look forward to more and more sensitization.
But I also want to take this opportunity to thank all the women that showed up today. By 8 a.m., we have exhausted more than the required number of women, and so I want to thank them very much for their presence and their patience. Next on the list, we have a statement by the Ministry of Health, represented by Honorable Dr. Amadou Samate.
Recognize me. So I'm representing myself.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, Madam Fatou Barrow, the Honorable Minister for Gender, Children and Social Welfare, Madam Fatou Kinte, the Honorable National Assembly Member for Bundung Kakunda constituency, Honorable Jammeh, and the entire Bundung community, the Bajani Go in Bundung here, the CEO, the management and staff of the Bundung Maternal and Child Hospital, the chairperson of the C3G Foundation, Dr. Abubakar Jah, the other partners of the C3G Foundation, Q Group, Mala Chemist, the Q Foundation, and all the other partners, the ladies and gentlemen who are gathered here, the men and women of the media, all these women who came here this early morning to ensure they participate in this day. We want to tell you that we are excited once again to be with you here, celebrating another Pink October Day. Going by the attendance in this hospital today, we are happy that the message is going across, and we thank all the partners for that. C3G, this is a manifestation that your work together with the Ministry of Health and other partners is yielding dividend, and you deserve a big round of applause for that. This shows that the private sector concerned individuals can work together with the government to achieve what we want for this country. Government certainly cannot do it alone, and we are happy that you took the bull by the horn to join government. Government doesn't necessarily have to call people to come on board, because we might not know where the strength of individuals and groups lie. Individuals can also approach government with good ideas, good vision, and the doors of the government are always open to work with every Gambian who has ideas, who wants to move this country forward. And this is what the C3G group has done, and we are appreciative as a government. Thank you very much. With regards to the cancers, by now quite a lot of people know what cancer is. Still, there is quite a lot of knowledge gap, and the sensitization needs to continue. The female cancers we are talking about today, cervical cancer, breast cancer, these are very, very important, affecting a whole lot of women, and sadly, they affect the women in their prime, when their productivity is the highest. That makes it even more important that we detect them early and deal with them adequately. Early detection certainly is very important for any disease, more so for cancer. And quite a lot are completely curable when they are detected early. So that is what warrants us getting here together here. On the side of government, a lot is being done. We are happy the Director of Health Services, Dr. Mustafa Abite, is here, and the Program Manager for the National Cancer Control Program, Mr. Dr. Keba Boja. His Excellency instructed us to ensure that all diseases of concern in this country are dealt with, to ensure that we have enough capacity when it comes to health facilities, to ensure that we have the resources, the equipment, the supplies, and to ensure that we have adequately trained people who will provide the services for this country. And the march has started. With that instruction, as a ministry, we formed the National Cancer Control Program for the first time in the history of this country. I think the team has been doing very well, and they deserve a big round of applause. Dr. Bojan and team has started the processes of developing policy documents, strategy documents, and guidelines, because you cannot deal with these issues when you do not have guidelines. That means we would have been operating in a vacuum. From Monday, they are going on retreat to Tendaba to develop the cervical cancer prevention guidelines. This is just to tell you how seriously President Barrow's government is taking the welfare, especially the health of the people of this country. The march has started. There's no turning back. We're building new health facilities. We're expanding the current ones. We're modernizing them. We're buying more and more equipment. We're training specialists in the Gambia now. There's training for obstetricians and gynecologists in this country now. They don't have to go anywhere. They start from medical school here, finish, and they become obstetricians and gynecologists here. Some of the people treating the people today or screening them were trained in this country. I think that is a big plus for this country. Another round of applause. Of course, with cancer treatment, one of the gold standards is having radiotherapy facilities, having an oncology center. We are happy to stand in front of you today to tell you that Gambia has started to partner with the International Atomic Energy Agency, who are renowned for supporting cancer management and provision of radiotherapy facilities. Discussions are ongoing, and other partners have also shown interest. Inshallah, very soon we'll have a radiotherapy facility in an oncology center in this country. At this juncture, we wish to say thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Much Honorable Minister. Now on the list, we have the vote of thanks from the chairperson of C3G, who hosts the event today at Bundu Maternal Child Health Hospital. So our president and chairperson, Dr. Abubakar Jain.
The First Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, Madam Fatoumata Barrow, and through you to His Excellency the President of the Republic, Mr. Adama Barrow. The Minister of Health, Dr. Amadou Lamin Samate, a friend and colleague. The Minister of Gender, Madam Fatou Kinte, representative from the World Health Organization, the Director of Health Services, Dr. Mustafa Bitey, the Director of the National Cancer Control Program, Dr. Keba Bojan, the Director of NHIA, which is the National Health Insurance Authority, which is actually collaborating with us on this. Mr. Sen, who is not around but well represented. The Honorable Mr. Jame, who was here very early this morning to observe what we are doing and encourage us in what we are doing. Welcome to the program. Members of the media, trustees of C3G, I would have loved to mention each one of you by name, but time will not permit and we wanted to get this to be very short. Our sponsors, the Q Group Foundation and the Gambia Chamber of Commerce, with its partners who have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars for us to be able to make this a success. So that all these women that you're seeing from the morning when they came, they had a breakfast, they're having water, and they're being fed until they leave this place. My dear sisters, mothers, daughters, aunties, neighbors, and colleagues who are here present to participate in this cancer screening, I am delighted to welcome you all today on behalf of C3G and to thank you for all you're doing. Some statistics have been mentioned, but one statistic that I always want to make sure we share with everybody is that a lot of things are being done in the country for cancer, but all over the third world, it's not only in the Gambia, all over the third world, we are not yet winning the battle against cancer. If you go to the West today and you are diagnosed with breast cancer, there is a 90% chance that if I go to your house in 5 years' time, I will find you alive and well. But in the Gambia, if or anywhere in the third world, if you have somebody diagnosed with breast cancer, the chances that if you visit them 5 years later is that you would have found out that they have already succumbed to the disease. And the question is why? The reason is very simple. The reason, apart from other things, not adequate medications, no radiotherapy, no adequate personnel to deal with it, those are small reasons. The main reasons are on awareness and paucity of preventive measures. And the second reason is late presentation. People waiting until it is too late before they come to the hospital. And if you wait until it is too late, even if you go to the best hospital in the West, they may not be able to treat you. So on behalf of C3G today, I want to thank the First Lady for being associated with us since our inception 6 years ago. I want to also thank the government of the Gambia through the Ministry of Health and through the National Cancer Program for their part. We have already started meeting with the National Cancer Program and we are collaborating together in many ways. I want to thank through Dr. Cham, Mamadi Cham, the Bundung Maternal and Child Hospital for hosting this for us and for being so organized whenever we are here. We want to also thank the Q Group Foundation and the GCCI through their members, the AMC Trading, Malik Mendy Tailoring, Banjul Pharmacy, Supersonics, Royal Insurance, Screen Limited, and our other partners including Sharab Hospital, Malak Chemist, Innovarex, who are here today, and they are doing, Honorable Minister, free of charge 200 blood sugar tests. So we're not only doing cancer screening today, with the help of Innovarex today, we are doing 200 cancer tests, and all the women who are here are being screened also for hypertension. And I think these are all very important things. We also want to thank Care for Reproductive Health, to Fatusane, and all volunteers and all wonderful clinical team. Our message today is a message of hope. We want to inform people that they are better off confronting cancer rather than ignoring it. Secondly, we want to thank all the women who heard our call and came here as early as 6:30 a.m. and have been here since then. We want to encourage them that when they go back, let them talk about cancer to their relatives. Let them tell them what they have learned today, so that we have awareness all over the place. We apologize to those who could not be served today. We have a lot of women, hundreds of women who have come after, and we simply do not have enough material to serve them. We want to apologize to them, and we want to promise, with the help of the First Lady and the Ministry of Health, that maybe next year we will aim to see more than 1,000 patients. We thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bundu Maternal and Child Health Hospital, their importance to the success of this event cannot be overemphasized. So thank you very much, Dr. Mawadisha. We appreciate all the help. So now we will get a statement and formal declaration from Her Excellency, the First Lady, Mrs.
I wish to also remind that we do need to treat the disease, but even moreover, we need great doctors to treat the patients who have the disease. For this reason, my scope of work on cancer had focused on advocacy and capacity building of healthcare providers in specialized areas such as oncology. With continued commitment and partnership with like 3CG, I am confident that we will gradually improve to be able to deal with cancer in the Gambia. In conclusion, I wish to thank the Cancer Confrontation, Cancer and Care and Consolation for organizing this laudable initiative. I want to take this opportunity to reiterate my support in the fight against cancer in the Gambia. We are in this together. I wish you all a successful campaign, and thank you. I have a few things to say. The madam in green with the glasses, can you please come forward, please? Thank you. This beautiful lady drove all the way from Soma by herself to this hospital to be screened. She's an inspiration. We were on the high table. We were discussing, then Dr. Mambadi Cham told me about her. If she can drive all the way from Soma to Bundu, what about we living around the area? Why are we not here? I think I have two other examples that I need to call on. Madam, come over. Thank you. To her, she said to me, next week, I said, doctor, do your appointment now. We're passing through the hospital so that they can do their mammogram. Please, we can cure cancer when it is early detected. And one thing I'll tell you, all we need is advocacy. And women, we should be touching our breasts. Whatever we don't understand in our system, let's go to the nearest hospital. Let's stop self-treatments. We should not be treating. I, for one, have not taken paracetamol since '94. Why? Because I was told by my elder brother it damages the liver. And since then, I decided not to damage my liver. I decided to distance myself from paracetamol. What I do, I take a lot of water when I have headache. At least every day, I take 3 liters of water. and I want you to do the same thing. Advocacy is everything. Prevention is better than cure. Thank you, madam. And I'll clear you back to Soma, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for gracing us with your presence. We truly appreciate it, and we continue with the screening now, as we were early morning. And once again, thank you everyone. So.
My name is Soma Njai, and I'm one of the trustees of C3G, the cancer charity, who it was the central organization for this fantastic event today. Oh, absolutely. I think that the story of cancer in the Gambia, it is a very bleak one. It's basically that we see, according to the stats, that too many Gambians are losing their lives to the terrible affliction. So we set this up in 2016, the charity C3G, in order to see what we could do to raise awareness, to lessen the number of incidents of cancer, to help with the curative and the medical care, and also for those who lose their fight, to help them have a dignified and pain-free end. So this is just one of the parts of what we do. This is the confrontation, where we stand up against cancer. We let people know every Pink October, and this is our 6th year of doing this, how best to look for the signs and then help them with the equipment and medical expertise of the members of the trustees, their organizations that they work for, and donor organizations that will help us by bringing equipment, by bringing expertise, and by bringing volunteers who we're so lucky to be as committed as we are to defeating cancer in the Gambia. Absolutely, that's a fantastic question, because actually, yes, we're proud to say it's not only us that are doing this. The commitment is clear. The health authorities do their best, but as we know, we can't leave it to the government alone. This is something that we have to do our bit to support as an NGO. However, also the public facilities and hospitals do so much already. For example, one of our proud partners, this is the 2nd year we've come to Bundung. The previous year, before last year, we were also in Biam, where he was. Each of those places, including here, do cervical and breast clinics weekly for women. And in fact, Bundung does them 5 times a week, from Monday to Friday, every single week. We have morning breast and cervical clinics. So from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., they have that facility available for you. Okay, the measuring, absolutely. Well, basically, we are making sure that we're taking detailed reports. We're working with institutions like the National Health Insurance Agency and also with the Cancer Control Agency, where we're looking to centralize the database to make sure that we're looking at the stats, that we're looking at the figures, that we're seeing every person that's come in. And also a great measure is by going out, speaking to the women, finding out what their likes and dislikes are, where could we serve you better and how could we do better, and also speaking to the medics, what are their touch points, how can we make their work more efficient, and easier so that we can have a better impact for those who come. And of course, let's not lighten the impact that you guys as our media partners are having. The fact that you're here interviewing us, letting us give our expertise and show our passion is a fantastic way for people to learn more about the effects, the symptoms, the signs of cancer, where they can go and get help, and how best we can help defeat cancer in the Gambia. Absolutely. The message I have is cancer is a terrifying thing. It's something that no person wants to hear, that terrible news. I think you have cancer or you do have cancer. However, cancer enjoys the privilege that it has in that it can sit and wait if we sit and wait. Most cancers, in fact, are curable. So if we sit and wait, we're letting something that we could get rid of and beat get to the point where there's nothing we can do about it. Right here in the Gambia, we have so many experts, especially early stage cancers, that they can get rid of it and that they can cure it. So what I ask is everyone stay vigilant. For breast cancer, because it's Pink October, do regular checks on your body. Once a month, same time of month every month. So maybe before or after menses, thoroughly check your breasts. Any changes, reach out to a medical professional. You know your body, and it's time that we get to know our bodies. They talk diwa, ne bopa bu metti la am lolu moy suma febar. Lolu febar is a sign and a symptom. Di wax ne suma ndiga mettit bi. So la dara disturbe. If anything disturbs you that you think isn't right, reach out. It's better to be safe than sorry. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Mamadi Cham, the CEO of the Bundu Maternal and Child Hospital. Well, our hospital is purposely for maternal and child health, and the C3G is, their main aim is to educate people and do cancer screening, cervical cancer and breast cancer. So our work and their work are consistent, and that also inspired us to host this event for the second year in a row. Well, this is not a one-off thing. Since last year, we have introduced a routine cervical cancer screening in this hospital, which is done from Monday to Friday, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. to patients who need the services. So that's an opportunity for Gambian women to come and utilize the services. Well, we also ask you people to give us airtime so that we can come to your different platforms to educate them, because airtime is not routinely available. But nonetheless, during clinics, our nurses carry out health education activities to inform the population about the existence of such services. Well, that will be measured at the long term. Impact is measured at the long term. But what we know that the response this year is greater than last year, the number. So that means that an impact has already been created, that people are aware of breast and cervical cancer, and that is why they come in their numbers for this screening.
maa ngi tudd Musukuta Kujabi xanaa sant yàlla ba mu bëri ak kontante bu rëy because li yombut waaw yombut soo seetloo cancer ñu ne suñ ko xayma dafa bëri torop si jigéen ñi yow nga ñëw am mbootaay boo xam ne ñu ne nga ñëw ñu screen la free loo xamante da nga war say fay ay juróomi junni sant yàlla ba mu bëri ak kontante waa xam nga nit mënuloo xam lu nekk sa yaram soo déggee oote da nga war a daw waaw suñ la oytee sax da nga war a daw nga dem seet lu nekk sa yaram bi because cancer duñ ko dee faj su demee ba dugg sa yaram doo ko dee faj waaw waaye léegi soo amee opportunité bii nii da nga war a ñëw nga ñëw ñu screen la for free waaw kontaan naa torop si docteur yi docteur Dia especially docteur Dia ñu ngi ko sant di ko gërëm ak yeneen docteur yi yëpp journaliste yi social media ñëpp daal ñu ngi bëgg si ñëpp waaw di ñaan yàlla jàppale leen ñoom daal suñ toogee rek dinaan amin rek because lii moom def te yàlla tax maa ngi jógee ba boori jàmbur suñ ci gidam foofu laa jógee su ma demee dinaa leen gën a sensitize bu baax because bi ma ko déggee si télé bi ak radio bi si ma dëkkandoor yi ñëpp laa ko wax waaw ma ne leen pour ñu dem ñu ngi on the 14 ñu ngi amee cancer screening for free nañ leen dem waaye xam nga comme jigéen rek lu bari duñ ko dee fulaal man moom bu ma eewoo fajar julli fajar dama buub suma njabooti yëpp suma xale jigéen yëpp laa isi ñoom ñëpp a ñëw def screening bi so maa ngi ñaax jigéen yi ñu ñëw test seen boppa feebar boo xamante ne su la duggee duñ ko dee faj waaye fii moom soo ñëwee starting suñ ko fekkee mu start rek mun nañ laa faj instant loolu ñëpp dañu war a daw ñëw seet seen wér gu yaram especially ñun jigéen ñi man leen a gërëm ñeen yëpp nag yal na leen yàlla fay